the late 1980s, hippotherapy has been proof that the outside of a horse is good for the inside of a man. Hippotherapy originates from the Greek word hippo, meaning horse. Hippotherapy offers a calming and motivational environment for each of the patients and their families as well. Motivation is able to be grasped through the trust and forgiving of the horse. Being able to be around a bunch of people that aren't judgmental for their abnormalities, and being able to be at peace with themselves and build their confidence to be able to be in the real world. Although having a connection with the horse is an amazing thing, not all horses are able to participate in hippotherapy programs. It takes a special type of horse to be inducted in a program. Their temperament and the training that goes into each and every one of these horses is extremely important. Each horse has to have a sense of patience, quiet attitude, and acceptance. Their patience is extremely important because through hippotherapy it's a constant stop and go program. Through situating a kid on a horse to being able to throw back and forth a ball with their patient and their instructor. Their quiet attitude is extremely important, something as horse people would consider bomb-proof. As if a bomb were to go off, the horse would still stay sound. This is important because the majority of kids and adults that ride these horses have never ridden before and aren't able to control a horse. Their size is important because, well, it would be very intimidating for an extremely high horse for a small child, and also for a human, the person who's walking beside them, to assist the patient in whatever they may need. The movement of the horse plays a significant role in the treatment. The sensory input and the walk is how the horse is able to treat the patient. Through the variability and rhythmic pattern of the horse's gait, which is extremely similar to our pelvis, which most people don't know. As we walk, we never take the same step twice, and with horses, neither do they. Their constant gait change is able to move the pelvis back and forth, sideways, diagonal, as we would as if we were walking. However, patients that can't walk, this gives them the benefits of walking even though they're not able to right now. A horse takes 120 steps per minute, according to the American Hippotherapy Association. This gives each patient 120 movements to experience the unique gait that a horse offers. Not only does the movement help with physical therapy, but it also helps with occupational and speech therapy. This picture explains an exercise that you would do with hippotherapy, something that you would do through a physical therapy session, as if reaching the ball up and throwing it to another person. Learning how to put your arms up would be something you would use in occupational therapy. Learning how to lean forward, stick rings on a pole, learning their flexibility. And also learning just to move your hands side to side and up and down. In a typical physical therapy session, each patient would work with the movement of the horse, their motor skills, the muscle tone, and the postural alignment and their flexibility. Also with their strength of their arms, their legs, their torso, even their neck. Some of these pictures show the different exercises that you would do in a physical therapy session. This, such as putting a ring, reaching it out and in, trying to get it to a certain place on the horse, or their mane, or where someone's sticking their hand out. This picture is of someone having to reach up as high as they could possibly go and stick a ring on a cone, learning their flexibility, but also having to hold themselves up by themselves while doing this. This picture is also of placing a ring on a noodle, being able to reach constantly, but as I said before, still working on their core strength. And this is a picture of someone riding, reaching out and in. As you can see through physical therapy, is a lot of reaching out and in, ups and downs, being able to strengthen their core, their posture, their arms, and their hips. In a typical occupational therapy session, their objective would be to work on motor control, coordination, attention, sensory processing, and performing daily tasks. Through occupational therapy, you would learn some things such as brushing your hair, learning to brush your teeth, eating. This child here is learning how to walk towards the horse with his walker. This child is simply learning how to put a potato head together, something that all of us have probably done multiple times, and something that comes so easy to us doesn't to this young man. These two pictures, this strap around this young man, it's used to hold him up because he can't hold himself up, learning how to walk and rehabilitate himself. This one is a picture of a man holding two rings up over his head, going in and out. Hippotherapy also involves speech. Through a daily hippotherapy session, they would learn traditional speech, possibly a language that they speak in their own home, Spanish, French, something of that sort. Cognitive and swallowing goals, something that comes extremely easy to us, it's supposed to be involuntary, but is not always to certain kids. Through this picture, the speech therapy, little girl is learning how to spell cat. She has one letters on one hand and the other on another, learning how to put them together and spell. This young girl is talking, just simply learning how to make a sentence, while this one is doing the same thing. Hippotherapy is able to provide many benefits for people of all sorts of injuries, disabilities, and conditions. A wide variety of patients, such with autism, cerebral palsy, Down syndrome, epilepsy, and even emotional, sexual, and physical abuse benefit from hippotherapy. Many people would think that you would go to a traditional therapist for these types of things, or traditional physical therapist. But being able to connect with a horse on a physical and emotional level does so much more than a traditional office could ever provide. These children and adults that have improved, some that couldn't walk when they were born and now are riding and driving a car, are proof that horses heal.